Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a look at the numerology and the energy for the collective and for each personal life path number for the month of December 2021. So happy holidays and happy December. As always, with these monthly readings, I'm going to go over the numerology and energy for the collective first, which we are all a part of. So yes, it's relevant. And then I'll dive into your specific life path number for December. It all ties in together, so I highly suggest listening to it all. This, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading to look at your own personal energies, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Also, 2022 forecasts are now up for each life path number. So if you haven't checked yours out yet, go ahead and check that out. And this is a great time to get your own personal year ahead forecast for 2022. If you haven't done that yet, just book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and you can take a look at your own personal numerology and what the year ahead could hold for you. Okay, so now on with the show. So y'all, I am so excited for the energy of this month. When I was looking at the numbers, when I was looking at the energy, I was just blown away. December is going to be, or has the potential to be, one of the most beautiful months and energies that we've seen in a really long time. This is going to be 17-8 energy, which in tarot is represented by the star card. So this is a time for great big wishes coming true. This is such cosmic, supportive, just incredibly loving, beautiful, just great energy. So this energy represents tremendous good fortune, whatever fortune means for you. So rewards of all kinds could come in at this time. Travel could be coming in really strongly for you. Assistance from others in ways that we never would have expected, but has the potential to bring about incredible big new opportunities. Financial resources could be really strong at this time. Personal financial gain. This is a time to ask for that assistance that you need, or that you've been like having, that you want to pursue something, but maybe somebody holds the key to help you enter across the threshold for whatever that is. This is going to be the time to ask for that assistance from those people that you would maybe not normally ask for that assistance from, and be open to receiving it from the most unexpected places. Under this energy, we are the star of the show. Individually, we are the star of the show. And so big dreams can come true under this energy. So make those big wishes and expect that they will find you. There is no need to control the how, just trust. This energy brings about renewed hope and passion, which we all could use an extra dose of, I think, globally. Money, gifts, advancements, and promotions all seem to sort of fall from the heavens that are under this influence. This is just incredibly beautiful energy. If you've had medical ailments, you may see those improve, or you may see new solutions surface that can assist you. And positive attitudes and buoyant hopes can be greatly rewarded at this time. And so I always talk about being very aware of the thoughts that you choose to take action upon, because we can't control the thought that comes in, but we can absolutely control the thought that we choose to believe and that we choose to take action upon. That thought creates the action, creates the manifestation, and creates the reality. So again, be very mindful of those thoughts, and to choose a positive thought over a negative one is not toxic positivity. We're not talking about emotions here and controlling or suppressing emotions. We're talking about controlling the thought that you choose to take action upon, which is you have the power to do, and that is incredibly empowering. And that thought, that action will contribute greatly to your experience. So choose wisely. Under this 17 8 energy, intuitiveness, creativeness, and psychic powers can be even more pronounced now. So you may notice increased mental vitality as well, and that solutions to problems seem to sort of come from out of nowhere. So this energy brings with it hope and faith in the future, and incredible courage to face any difficulties and to overcome any obstacle. This is big, big cosmic supportive energy. Compassion for others, kindness, the desire for peace and love among all is at the core of this energy, and tapping into it allows for a much deeper understanding of the essence of life, an understanding that surpasses that of the 3D reality. Your spiritual love will invigorate your physical reality now. This may all sound too good to be true or more fluff than realism, but know that this beautiful, incredibly supportive, abundant energy is quite literally flowing around us all throughout this month. And as always, it's what we choose to do with it that makes all of the difference in our own personal experience. So will you believe in the magic this month that's showing up for us, or won't you? You get to decide. Stubbornness, doubts, pessimism, cynicism will sort of dim the light so much that it will be difficult to see the promise or the light within the world. So too much pride will have you stop short of asking someone for that assistance that could quite literally change your entire world. Or too much judgment and ego could keep you from opening those doors of opportunity for another that would have brought so much more light into the world. We are all the stars of this show, and the sky looks so much more beautiful when all of the stars are out and shining their brightest without the need for competition or the need to dim somebody else's light. We are all capable of bringing the light. So this December, let's do just that, and let's be open to receiving all of the infinite blessings that are incoming under this abundant, incredibly beautiful 17-8 energy. We couldn't have asked for a more promising, fortunate energy to close out 2021 with. Embrace it with everything that you have and expect only the most beautiful, positive, abundant blessings to find you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your personal life path number for December 2021. Life path number 9. So I pulled an animal spirit card for you all, and you guys got koi fish spirit. And Koi's message is there is always enough. And what's interesting is what kind of came in around this energy is if there's anything, and this feels very specific, so this isn't going to be for everyone, obviously, but it's a general reading. So, but if there's something that you have felt like you are in competition with somebody else for, whatever that may be, there's just this energy around understanding that there is enough to go around, like enough for everyone. We ultimately live in an abundant universe, right? Where we are part of the divine, and the divine is infinite and infinite abundance. And we ultimately have access to that energy. We just have to remember how to tap into it. And so if there's something that you are feeling overly competitive with somebody or a group of people over or about, take a closer look at why you're showing up to that competition. Like why is whatever this thing is so important to you when it might not be your thing? Like maybe there's something else, or I would say there's probably something else out there for you that's much more aligned that you don't have to compete for, that will just come to you naturally, or that you can attract naturally or obtain naturally without the force. You see what I'm saying? So it's like there's something here where it's like you are showing up to this exchange that's actually like a competition, where it feels like it's depleting your energy trying to obtain whatever this is that you're trying to obtain. And so again, my question would be, why are you showing up to the competition? If it's not like a friendly competition, right? And this isn't the energy that I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this is one of those things where it's like, I'm going for this, you're going for this, and whoever wins type thing. And it's like, it's not pretty. And so again, just understand that you are part of the divine and you have access to, that is your birthright. You have access to infinite abundance, right? Now, abundance can mean different things to different people. And so it's also important for you to understand what it means for you. And maybe there's a faulty belief system there that needs to be addressed, that needs to be looked at, that needs to be understood about, why that, why you see whatever that is as abundance or successful or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Is it like keeping up with the Joneses? Or is it like the things that aren't real? So maybe just to reevaluate that, but to understand that you don't ultimately have to fight for what is yours. What is yours will naturally and organically come to you, and then it's up to you what you do with that. But you don't have to fight for it. You will have to put an effort for it, but you don't have to fight for it. So if there's something that you are fighting for, again, ask yourself why you're showing up to that fight and maybe reevaluate. Okay, so when I look at the energies of December for you all nines, definitely getting some movement here as far as like moving in a different direction. Also some energy around maybe self-sabotagement, like you're self-sabotaging yourself a little bit, but we'll take a look at it. But also very positive, beautiful energy as well, especially in the latter part of the month. Okay, so beginning of the month, I'm definitely seeing you moving out of something that's felt really, really restrictive into something much more expansive. So again, we talked about this eclipse energy, potentially eclipsing out those things that have been sort of keeping their tabs on you, like keeping you confined, keeping you restricted. And this could be yourself, right? Like you're restricting yourself. But definitely seeing like you moving away from whatever that is, away from whatever that restriction is, into something much, much more expansive. And so it could be as simple as like you were in a 1-bedroom apartment and you're a family of 4 and you're moving into a bigger space. You know what I mean? Like it's like that kind of feeling like it's needed, you've just outgrown whatever this space is and you're leaving it at this point. You're moving on to something bigger and more expansive. So that can be relationships, career, whatever, belief systems. There's something here about expansion, growth, like seeing things from a broader perspective, and that perspective opening up a whole new world for you. So this is really, really beautiful energy, especially if you take advantage of it, if you work with it. It might require you to, of course, put in some effort and to take that initiative to move towards something more expansive and to release whatever it is that's restricting you. But definitely seeing that coming in really, really strongly at the beginning of the month for you, and definitely an opportunity to make some headway on that. So that can feel really, really good, really good. The second week is where I'm seeing kind of some self-sabotagement come in here. There can also sort of be like this, kind of this abrupt, kind of chaotic energy coming in, and it can be through the form of like communication, through clarity. It could be like you're getting some really direct clarification on how you're restricting yourself, like how you're self-sabotaging yourself. And so then it's up to you to make those adjustments and make those changes so that you no longer do that to yourself. It could also be that you're getting some really like sort of abrupt, life-changing information that comes in, and it's up to you what you sort of do with that. You can either sort of hold yourself back and say no to this new opportunity, or you can say yes to it, even if it's outside of your comfort zone. And, like I said, things can become much more expansive for you. So I would just say around the second week, whatever comes in for you, if it feels aligned, like if it feels good, if it feels like something you want to explore and entertain, then just be really careful that you don't hold yourself back from it. Like say no to it when your soul wants to say yes type thing. So that would be my question for you around the second week is, what is your ego saying no to that your soul absolutely wants to say yes to? And, where is the fear coming in that needs to be addressed? Because again, this is like you've got the green light, but you're keeping your foot on the brake type thing out of fear. And so, so basically second week, I'm just really seeing like some kind of really quick energy coming in, really clear communication, really quick potential abrupt change coming in. And you may want to, again, cling to the old because you're fearful of the change, fearful of the unknown, which is totally normal. That's such a human thing. So I think adaptability is going to be really important for you all around this second week, and just being able to, again, go with the flow, don't force, and just really be mindful of where it is that you are like self-imposing restrictions that don't need to be there. I think that's going to be really important. The third week is just really beautiful energy. It's like you are releasing so much of like just, and this just really feels energetic too. Like this could be around relationships and stuff too, but I just feel like you're releasing some of those self-doubts, releasing some of that old baggage that just doesn't need to be there, and you're just like done with it, and you're just like spreading your wings and flying. It's almost like a bird that's had a broken wing, and that broken wing is now mended and it's released back into the wild, and it's just ready to take off. It's just ready to fly. You know what I mean? And it's right back in its natural habitat, and it feels like it's home, like it can do its greatest work here because it understands its surroundings. You see what I'm saying? And so this is really kind of that energy I'm getting. It's like you're releasing that self-doubt, the shame, the guilt, whatever it is that you've kind of been holding on to around a circumstance or an experience that has just really been weighing on you. It's like you're done with that. You're over it. There's some kind of transformation that's been happening with you. This feels really internal. And it just feels like a lot of just like freedom. Again, like it's kind of like a caged bird that's been released. It's just that kind of energy. It's really, really beautiful. And what it does for you is sort of like really enhances your ability for creative self-expression. And again, creative self-expression doesn't have to be about like creating something tangible within the world that you're going to sell or, get money for or whatever. Creative self-expression can be as simple as dressing the way that you want to dress, right? Like with no shame, no guilt. It's kind of like I think about somebody who may be, transgender, who has sort of been hiding that side of themselves away out of fear of being judged or fear of people, taking action against them type thing. And there's definitely there's validity to that, right? Because that does happen. But it's kind of like you sort of stepping out with your magnificent wings and just flying and like not giving a shit what people think, just being you unapologetically. And so this, again, creative self-expression can be expressing yourself in the way that feels most authentic to you, regardless of what other people think, what they do, what their judgments are. Just you showing up in all of your glory and all of your authenticity. That is a level of creative self-expression as well. And so I'm just really seeing you step into this around this third week and really just feeling like, you know what, I'm done playing the games and, around the restrictions that other people are putting on me because of their own fears, of their own misunderstanding, of their own ignorance, or whatever the case may be, right? And it's just you coming out and just really shining and just being who you are, and people are either going to accept it or they're not going to accept it. And I just use that as an example, stepping in someone who's transgender and really stepping into that as an example. But because that can be freeing for someone that's going through that and hiding that side of themselves, right? That can be so incredibly freeing. And so it's that kind of energy. And so it can be around career, relationships, anything. This is a general reading, but there's something here where it's like you are just ready to fly and express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. Create in the way that you want to create without the restrictions. There's something really big here about restrictions being broken, and just especially when it goes against your own personal autonomy and your own personal freedom here. So there's definitely something here about you really using your voice, using that expression in a way that is authentic and truthful for you. This is really, really beautiful. And this could be you even like in like a really like restrictive relationship, and you really breaking free from that, and then, expressing yourself in the way that feels much bigger and expansive for you, however that comes through. But this is really beautiful. This is really beautiful, creative, expressive energy. And you are so supported here to just go all in, to just, go all in, be authentic to you, and let the chips fall as they may. Let the world around you just be as it's going to be, and be who you came here to be, type thing, whatever that looks like for you. And then the fourth week, this is interesting as well. For some of you, there's going to be some relationships coming in for you here, some people. And this can be, again, this can be in the physical, this can be through dream time, this can be energetically, like you can make a connection with somebody energetically, just that you see on the train, or you see on TV or something like that, right? Or on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or YouTube. And you just really resonate with this person and you feel a deep connection with them. There's potentially something for you to learn from this person, not necessarily in the physical, like face to face, but like energetically, to learn from this person and their experiences and their wisdom. And so I feel like for some of you, this is actually a physical person coming into your experience that's going to make some kind of offer for you, or grant some kind of request that's really going to help you to step into some kind of independence, some kind of freedom, some kind of financial freedom potentially, but it's very physical as well. So it doesn't have to be money. It could be like physical body type thing as well. So it could be somebody coming in that makes an offer or gives you an idea about something that changes your health, that changes an ailment, that someone coming in, trying to poach you from your current job with a better offer. You see what I'm saying? Like, so these sort of things. It could also be somebody coming in who is a relationship, like a soulmate relationship, who's coming in with an offer to begin dating or whatever, but you're able to maintain your own independence in this relationship, which is actually really, really beautiful. That's kind of the goal, right? To be able to enter into a relationship where you're walking alongside of that person, not sacrificing yourself to become like that person or what that person needs. So there's some kind of energy coming in around this time where that you may meet that person who is willing to walk alongside of you and not try to change who you are, but is very accepting of who you are, and you both just complement each other and move together through this world side by side, as opposed to trying to manipulate, control, or change the other person. So this is really beautiful energy around relationships coming in. But again, it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, though for some, I think that that's definitely a possibility. So be open to what comes in. And remember, going back to Koi's message, if it's something you have to fight for, if it's something you have to force, if it's something you have to really, really struggle to obtain, that is going to be the energy that you have to sustain. That same kind of forceful energy, that same kind of struggle energy. That's what I'm saying. It's like generally we can see sort of how the relationship is going to move, like how it's going to work based on how we achieve it, like how we obtain it. And not just relationships. Same thing with a career. If we have to fight tooth and nail and step over a million people, step on a million people to get what we want, we're going to have to continue to do that once we have what it is that we thought we wanted. And so you need to ask yourself, is this sustainable for me? Is this what I want is this the energy I want to continue to be in, like even after I get whatever this is? So same thing with a relationship. It's like if you are trying to, force a relationship to work, that is the energy that you're probably going to be moving throughout this relationship. So do you enjoy this energy? If you do, great, go for it. If you don't, then ask yourself why you're showing up to this fight, and then readjust as needed, because what is meant for us will always, always find us. Yes, we have to sometimes put in the effort. Sometimes we need to make adjustments. Sometimes we need to make changes. Sometimes we need to step outside our comfort zone, all of those things. But ultimately, what's meant for us will come into our awareness, will find us, and it will not be a struggle to maintain. So hopefully this was helpful, Nines. I think this is going to be a really powerful month for you all. I feel like I say that every single month. But just remember that, what's meant for you will find you. It might not be on your timeline. It might not look exactly as you want it to look, but it will find you. And it won't be something that you have to force to keep or achieve, right? So beautiful, beautiful energy coming in for you all. I think there's going to be some really powerful energy, especially around mid-month, for you to spread those wings and fly and just achieve whatever it is that you really want to achieve without force. But yeah, so this is gearing up to be a really powerful month for you all, really beautiful month for you all, and really setting the stage for 2022 for you all. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you all so much for listening. Take care, nines. Bye for now.